So there are very few Hollywood movies that don't show at least some part of a woman in the nude, but very rarely do you see a man going commando. Bradley Cooper recently opened up about bearing it all in his recent film Nightmare Alley. So he said, quote, "It demanded that we be naked emotionally and soulfully and even physically for me," which actually was a big deal. I still remember that day, just to be naked in front of the crew for 6 hours. It was pretty heavy. Women have been nude on screen for years, of course, but now more men seem to be appearing in their birthday suits. Erica, what do you think about this?
Sam, you know, I don't know if I want to touch this with the 10-foot pole.
Oh.
No pun intended. I mean, honestly, it feels like I'm just asking for some weirdo to send me DMs of his stinky little willy, okay? Like, anytime you have these conversations, you get some DMs from somebody who wants to show their stinky little willy.
We don't want to see it.
And you know, it's anybody who's sending DMs of their little willy, you know, it just looks like it smells like 3-week-old broccoli, you know? Like, so I don't want to touch it.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
This just went to a whole new level here.
She's right. Women get inundated with certain pictures of that area, and we don't want it. We don't want it. Even if we went on a date with you, we don't want to see it.
I'm never going to be able to eat broccoli the same. Maybe like, Willie?
Al, but here's the thing. The men that have done full frontal, they're not even technically bearing it all because most of them in the recent films are wearing prosthetics. You don't typically see that with women.
Absolutely not. I mean, you do see body doubles sometimes, and that can depend on the actor's status and what they want to do. But for the most part, women are not given that, luxury. They usually, if it's in the script, they're like, hey, you got to do it or we'll get somebody else. But it's so interesting that men who, ironically, let's be honest, when they are naked might feel more vulnerable, especially if they are not at their full selves, you know? A lot of people do not want to let you see them without their makeup on. So I think a lot of men are also very concerned about that as well, and that's why we have not seen that throughout the years. But I'm wondering if we're just going to see less and less nudity as it is, just because I don't think that people really crave romance scenes where you actually need to see that. And I think it's like Jeff always says, sometimes you can just show somebody close the bedroom door and it's like, we get it.
Al, you're an actor. Would you ever do, if it was like your dream part, full frontal?
No, I wouldn't.
What if it's your dream part with Leonardo DiCaprio?
You don't need that. You don't need that. Here's my thing with I'm always hesitant to call myself an artist because I hate that word. I never like that, or talent. I never like the words because I don't need to go into a scene and be like, I'm going to be this character and I'm just going to let it fly. It's like, man, I'm there to have fun. You know what I mean? I'll do a couple movies here and there.
But what if it's your director of choice who's like, I really need this scene from you, Jeff? It's you, Leonardo DiCaprio, Kerry Washington.
I would be a little skeptical in that. Like, is there another way we could get this scene? Do I need to be 6 hours naked on set?
And why would Jeff be naked in that scene?
You know what I mean? It's just like you said, Al. You could throw a sheet over you. You know you're making love. You could close the door. There's other ways to do that. To just run around naked so you think you could win an Oscar to make yourself an artist.
We'll be right back.